Hi students, welcome to today's class. Today we will continue the topic looping statements. Loop, repetition of task. First one, for loop, that's a counting loop. For loop in Python is used to create a loop to process items of any sequence like list, tuple, dictionary, string. It can be used to create loop of fixed number of steps like 5 times, 10 times, n times, etc. using range function. We already discussed range function. Now we can use this range function in our for loop. For loop is a counting loop. Okay. Example, for loop with a list. School is equal to principal, PGT, TGT, PRT. This is a list because we specified here the square bracket. Square bracket signifies the list. Then we started this for loop for SM in school. SM in school. First, school is a list. In this school list, it will identify the values principal, PGT, TGT and PRT. During the first iteration, it will assign the first value to this variable SM. During the first execution of this for loop, the first value of this list is assigned to this variable SM. So, first time we will get the answer principal. Then, during the second iteration, PGT is the value. Second value is assigned to this SM. Print SM, PGT and so on. Okay, we can use this list with this for loop. Then tuple also we can use in this for loop. Here code is equal to, this one is a tuple. This parenthesis signifies the tuple. For CD in code. Code is a tuple. During the first iteration, first value will be assigned to this variable CD. So, 10 is the value. Print CD, 10 value we can see on the monitor. Okay. You just check how for loop will work. Code is equal to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. For CD in code. Colon, that is very important. We already said about this compound statements. Then print CD. First it will create tuple code. This is a tuple. It will create a tuple code. Then for loop starts. It will pick values one by one from code and assign it to CD. It will pick values one by one from code and assign it to CD. During the first iteration, 10 is the value. 10 value is assigned to this CD variable. Okay. Print CD. We can see the value CD, that is 10. 10 is the value. That value we can see on the monitor. Check this one. First 10. For CD in code, first value 10 during the first iteration. Then CD is equal to 10. Print CD, you can see 10 on the monitor. Print CD 10 on the monitor. Okay, clear? Then during the second iteration, code's value this one. Second value is 20. This CD's value 20. 20 value will be assigned to this CD variable during the second iteration. Then print CD. You can see 20 on the monitor. Next time 30. 30 stored in the CD variable. Then 30 will be printed on the monitor, and so on. For loop will automatically ends when last item of list is processed. For loop will automatically ends when last item of list or tuple is processed. No need to specify the false conditions here. Okay. Next one, for loop with a string. For ch in plan. Plan is a string. First p is stored in the ch. Print ch p. Second iteration l is stored in the ch. Print ch l. Third iteration a is stored in the ch. Print ch a. Then fourth iteration n is stored in the ch. Print ch n. The output is like this. Then for with the range function. Let us create a loop to print all the natural number from 1 to 100. For I in range 1, 101. We need 1 to 100. Upper limit minus 1. That is why here we specified 101. Okay. Colon. Print I. End is equal to /t. /t for tab. First iteration i's value 1. Second iteration i's value 2, and so on. Okay. Up to this 100. Here end is equal to /t will cause output to appear without changing line and give one tab space between next output. You can see these all values in a single line. Okay, clear? Next one, program to print table of any number. Check this one. Num is equal to int input, enter any number. For what we are reading this value? For generating the multiplication table. For I in range 1, 11. That is 1 to 10 we need. Print num, this is into mark, comma, I, equal to, num star I. Assume num's value is equal to 5. 5 into 1 equal to 5. Next iteration 5 into 2 equal to 10. Next iteration 5 into 3 equal to 15, and so on. When it will end, for loop automatically ends when last item of range function or list or tuple is processed. Okay, clear? Next one, program to find the sum of all number divisible by 7 between 1 to 100. What is the question? Program to find the sum of all numbers divisible by 7 between 1 to 100. Sum is equal to 0 for I in range 1, 101. If I mod 7 equal to 0. Divisible by 7. That means the remainder is 0. If I mod 7 equal to 0. If this condition is true, we have to calculate the sum. Sum is equal to sum plus I. or sum plus equal to I. Sum is equal to sum plus I. That is equivalent to sum plus equal to I. Okay, clear? Then first time 1 is the value, 1 mod 7, that this is wrong. So it will take the next iteration 2. Automatically it will take the next value as 2. 2 mod 7, that also wrong. Then and so on, 7 will get 7 mod 7. That is 0. Sum is equal to sum plus I. Sum is equal to 0 plus 7. Likewise, it will go. Okay. Then after that, use this print function, total of number divisible by 7 between 1 to 100 is sum. Okay. Check this indentation. Here under this for compound statement if. Under this if again we used another statement, sum is equal to sum plus I. Then print function we used in the same level of this for. Okay, clear this one? Next one, while loop. You just identify this while loop. According to your syllabus, we are concentrating on for loop, but just go through this. While loop in Python is conditional loop which repeat the instruction as long as condition remains true. While loop is a conditional loop. It is entry controlled loop. That is, it first check the condition and if it is true, then allows to enter in the loop. While loop contains various loop elements: initialization, test condition, body of the loop, and update statement. Initialization. It is used to give starting value in a loop variable from where to start the loop. Initial value. Test condition. It is the condition or last value up to which loop will be executed. Third one, body of the loop. It specifies the action or statement to repeat in the loop. Fourth one, update statement. It is the increase or decrease in loop variable to reach the test condition. Okay. Example of symbol while loop. I is equal to 1. This is the initialization. While I less than or is equal to 10. This is the test condition. We need starting value of this I. Then only we can enter to the loop. Then print I, body of the loop. Print I and I plus equal to 1. Here this I plus equal to 1 is the update statement. Okay. Clear? This is the symbol while loop. Just identify these all while loop also. But you have to concentrate on for loop. You have to study that for loop. Just identify this while loop, initialization, test condition, body of the loop and update statements. Clear? Okay guys, I hope it's clear to you. These all are easy topics. So study these all topics in an effective way. Try to understand the programs and try to develop your own programs also. The notes and test paper are included. Go through it. That's all for today. We will meet in the next class. Take care. Thank you.